This is the warmest game played yet by any of the Royals teams. It is snowing just a little bit, but not enough to really matter. Teams are getting ready to take the ice. The Steel City Selects are now coming out on, and now the Royals are jumping on. The Selects are the home team. They will be wearing white and will start the game moving right to left. The Royals are the away team for this contest. They are wearing their black uniforms and will start the game moving left to right. Selects won their contest versus the Royals yesterday afternoon with a final score of 3-2. Royals won their second game last night versus the Westmoreland Eagles with a final score of 4-3. I don't know. How did you guys do yesterday in your second game? Huh? 4-0? All right. Well, just your other game. So, all right, thank you. So the Selects are 2-0 on the weekend. They won 4-0 their first game versus the Westmoreland Eagles, and then won the 3-2 game versus the Royals. Should be a good contest today. We'll be getting started here in about 2.5 minutes. See everybody at the end of warm-ups. That is the end of the warm-up period. Both teams in their pregame huddles at the nets. We are just a couple moments away from puck drop. 19U Royals are 1-1 on the weekend. The Steel City Selects are 2-0 on the weekend. Royals breaking their huddle first. Selects now breaking their huddle. Both teams skating over to their benches. Royals will start this game with O'Brien in net. Royals breaking their huddle at the bench, getting their starting lineups out. Royals starting lineup is going to be Leah, Hooker, and Eberling as the forwards, with Dyke and Kerwin on defense. And we are off. Draw one back by the Royals. Passed up the far side. That was blocked by the ref. Now hammered forward by Eberling. Collected by Pittsburgh in their own end. Pass to the near side. Moving into the Royals end on the near side. Puck chased down by Leah. Her outlet pass is blocked by Moss for the Selects. Battle in the corner. Two white jerseys there. Leah kicks the puck free. Can't get to it. Turn around. Moving to the front. Shot is stuffed short side past O'Brien on the first shot of the game. And it is 1-0 early to the Selects.
Let's go, Royals. That's their only goal of this game. Let's go, girls.
Draw one to the far side by Ruse. Barnes steps around a player, moves forward, hammers the puck into the Selects end. Puck bounces off the inboards, hammered by Pittsburgh around to the near side. Battle on the near boards, held in by Martinez. Nope, not held in by Martinez. And draw will be on the near dot just outside of the Selects end after the offside call.
Go, Royals.
Draw one to the near side. Martinez battling on the near boards. She turns it into the Select zone, steps up the near side boards, dumps the puck behind the net, chased down by Ruse in the far corner. Ruse turns to the circle, bumped off the plate. Puck goes to Barnes. Barnes holds at the top of the circle, steps past one, steps past another. Ruse in the middle, shot blocked in front. Second effort by Barnes on target. And now the Selects will clear the zone. Selects move up the far side. Play broken up by Shipman. Puck collected by Barnes, who sends it across the ice to the near side. Play on the near side boards, tipped up to Martinez. Martinez bounces it to herself, charges up the boards into the zone. Martinez still with the puck in the corner. She gets held up behind the net, recollects, turnaround stuff attempt off the goalie, cleared away by the defenders. Play on the near boards, comes out of the zone. Turned back in by Ruse. Royals tag up at the blue line. Drop the puck to Steckley. Steckley's lead pass intercepted at center. And now the Selects move into the Royals end. Play in the corner. Selects player fell down on the play. Puck is in Steckley's skates. Now cleared into the corner. Boyette misses the poke. Puck sent back to the inboards. Steckley gets to it first behind the net. She hammers it past the forward into the corner. Collected now by Tripp. Tripp up the far boards, out of the zone. Tripp tries to center, gets her pocket picked, and played back into the Royals' end. Number 82 for the Selects gets the puck to the inboards, rubbed off the play by Steckley. Follow up at the side of the net. It's in the skates. Played to the middle. Shot blocked by O'Brien. Play on the near boards. Pulled out of the zone. Knocked free at center. Cleared out by Dyke. That will go to Later, but Later gets her pocket picked directly below me. Number 47 into the Royal zone. She steps wide. Shot goes over the crossbar. Played behind the net to the far side. Dyke will collect off the half boards. She reaches back, plays it forward, gets it to Tripp. Tripp to Ruse in the middle. Ruse into the zone. She gets held up a little bit and then knocked off the play. Recollected in the corner. Played to the front. Burns' stuff attempt is blocked. Tripp Takes a whack at it, but can't get it through the bodies. Follow-up shot from the point is blocked. And now played out of the zone. Called icing initially, but that is not going to make it. Kerwin reverses back to the far side, but loses the puck in the corner. Battling there, Kerwin puts her shoulder into the player. Puck comes free. Ruse steps forward. Players. And they're going to call Kerwin for a hold in the corner, as she had not let the player go. So the selects to go on the power play. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side to start this penalty kill. Ruse, Corcoran, Shipman, and Burns as the penalty kill unit for the Royals. Draw one to the outside, knocked back to the point. Shot in is off of a body. Stepped on by Ruse. Played to the middle, cleared to the near side by Burns. Held in at the point, dumped up the near side boards. Corcoran battling for it there. It's dropped back to the point. Shot from distance, blocked down in front. And Burns gets the puck to Corcoran, who hammers it out of the zone. Ruse charges forward to pressure. Puck played away from her to the far side. Corcoran steps forward, intercepts, moves the puck towards the middle, gets her stick lifted, and the Selects step away with the puck. Moving into the Royal zone, and that was offside at the line as the Pittsburgh Selects player took an extra move at the line, causing her partner to be offside. Offside draw on the far dot outside of the Royal zone. Ruse wins the puck back to Burns. Burns holds, hammers the puck forward to Ruse. Ruse 2-on-2 into the zone. She hammers it around the defender. That will go deep. That took a fortunate bounce for Pittsburgh, and they got to play it away from Corcoran. Play in the corner, knocked back to the blue line, broken up by Corcoran, who controls at center. Corcoran turns to the near side. She loses the puck on the boards, and then walking into the zone, Selects turn to the near side. Played to the middle, that's broken up by Shipman. Shipman plays the puck into the corner, hammers it up the near side boards, but can't get through the forward. Battle in the corner. Two white jerseys there, puck poked free, and then knocked to the point by Corcoran, held in by the Selects. Played into the corner, centering feed, doesn't go, hammered down in front, and now Sullivan will collect in the far corner. Sullivan rattles the puck around, 8 seconds left in the penalty kill. Play on the near side. Chipped towards the net, tipped behind by Sullivan, who will collect. Sullivan up the far side. That is played ahead. Ruse breaks the play up. Puck kicked free. Corcoran will steal. Her outlet pass blocked. Second effort. Bounced off of a Selects player and goes straight to Leah. Leah, plays the puck to the far side. Tries to weave her way through the pressure. Charging forward, Sullivan can't get to the puck in time. It is bounced into the Royal zone where Dyke will collect. Dyke lobs the puck ahead. That misses everybody, but icing immediately waved off by the front official. Puck played behind the net by the Selects goalie, and then they move up the near side. Players run into each other in the corner. I missed exactly what happened. Puck played back where Steckley will send it across ice to Eberling. Eberling forward into the zone. Eberling, her shot from distance blocked down in front by number 4. Puck played to the near side, and the Selects will bounce it back out to center, moving out of the zone. Selects into the Royals end. That shot was blocked by Dyke. Dyke plays the puck to the far side. That was behind Eberling, and the puck is held in at the point. Dropped back out the far side. Dyke controls. Her outlet pass bounced to Leah, and Leah will skate out with Eberling behind her. Leah pressured. Puck gets through, and Leah will lob it into the zone. Slowed down by the goalie. Hooker charges in. She gets knocked off the play. Selects dump the puck down, and that will be just out of reach of Dyke, but icing was waved off for some reason. Play stolen on the near side. Stuff attempt blocked by Steckley. She hammers the player into the boards. Played across the ice. That was behind Eberling. Steckley is going to get to it off the half boards. Steckley moves up the far side, dumps the puck down, and that is going to go for an icing on the Royals. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side after the icing. Ruse, Barnes, and Martinez as the forwards. Draw one back into the corner. Shipman collects and moves behind her net to the near side. Shipman on the near side boards, runs into two white jerseys. Ruse comes over to help out. Puck kicked out of the zone, and Martinez charges forward one-on-one into the zone. Martinez steps wide and then gets hauled down on the play. Collected by Barnes. No call there as Martinez was taken out. Play poked free, now collected, and a 2-on-1 developing for the Selects. Charging into the zone, played to the middle. Moving to the near side, number 13 centers. That is off the outside of the cage. Bounce to the inboards. Collected by the Selects behind the goal. Moving to the far circle. Shot blocked by O'Brien. And played out of the zone. Martinez charging forward. She does not get there in time. Puck played back out. Ruse collects, moves across to the near side as the Royals tag up. Ruse takes a shot. That is blocked down by the goalie. Played to the far side. Sullivan steps in. Ruse gets the puck, bounces it back to Sullivan. Sullivan turns, fans on a shot attempt, fans on a second one. It winds up in the corner. Battle in the corner. Puck scooped out by the Selects and then rattled around to the near side. Martinez holds the puck deep. Picked up by the Selects behind their goal. They run into Barnes behind the net and then hammer the puck out on the far side. That is going to go on target, preventing an icing. And O'Brien had to make a save. Puck played up the far side. That will go down, not for an icing. Turned away from Boyette. Played up the middle, and Tripp misses the poke. Later comes in, breaks the play up, recollected by the Selects, moving into the zone. Shot, misses the far pipe. Selects collect in the corner. Boyette breaks the play up, gives the puck to Tripp. Tripp moves up the far side and then blows a tire on the play. Boyette hammering the player down from behind. She gets back, prevents a shooting opportunity, and then hammers the player into the boards. And she's going to go for a rough.
Good job, Claire.
I do apologize for any technical issues with the streaming. It looks like I don't have good bit rates right now. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side to start the penalty kill. It's going to be Tripp, later Kerwin, and Dyke as the starting unit for the PK. Draw one into the corner, picked up by the Selects behind the goal. Played to the high slot, moving to the near side. Pushed into the near corner, centering feed. Tipped in front, broken up by Kerwin. Play goes to the far side. Tripp couldn't get to it. Bounced behind the net to the near side. And the net is off its pegs, so we get a whistle.
Let's go, Royals!
Draw will be to O'Brien's stick side. One back shot blocked by O'Brien. And then the puck gets cleared across to the far side. Bounce into the corner. Kerwin pokes at the puck. Played behind the net. Centering feed bounced up, and the bouncing puck could not be handled by the Selects. Played into the near corner. Centering feed shot blocked by O'Brien with a fantastic save. Played into the far circle. Kerwin shoves the player off later. Can't get a hold of it. Shot blocked by O'Brien. Follow-up sent back, and that bounced over the defender and out to neutral. Selects play it in. That bounced away from the forward, hammered up the boards. Collected at center by the Selects, who charge back into the Royal zone on the far side. Knocked down by Kerwin. Puck will drift behind the net. Kerwin rattles it around to the far side. Held in at the far point. Stepping up to the far circle. Played into the far corner. Now collected by Corcoran. Corcoran turns. Moves back to the far side. Plays the puck off the boards to herself. Battling on the far board. She gets slowed down. Kicks the puck forward, and it stays in the zone. Collision in front of the net. No call there. Away from the play. Bouncing puck misses the net. Follow-up shot goes off the outside of the netting. Hammered around to the far side. Power play is over. Pushed in front. O'Brien got a save. And the puck gets hammered out to the point. Shot floats in over O'Brien, who was screened by just about everybody on the ice. 2:33 left in the first period, and it is now a 2-goal game. Ruse, Corcoran, and Burns as the forwards for the following draw. Won back by the Royals. Shipman charges ahead on the far side. She loses the puck, tries to get it back. Played by the Selects to the far side. Corcoran steps forward, can't hold on to it. Played out to Sullivan. Sullivan up to Burns on the near side. Burns back into the zone. Play broken up on the near boards. Ruse comes over, hammers the player down. Puck under the bodies. Collected by Burns, and they're going to call a hand pass on Ruse. So this draw will come out of the zone and be on the near dot. Draw controlled back, chipped into the bodies. Ruse plays it forward, can't get to it, bounce to Burns. Burns hammers the puck in on the far side. Play in the far corner, played out by Corcoran. Burns couldn't hold on to it, pass back to her. Burns trying to get a shot away, bounced to the blue line, held in by Shipman. Shipman hammers the puck into the corner, played away from Ruse to the near side.
Let's go!
Puck drifts up the near side boards, played up the near side. Burns slows things down there. Played to the blue line, and now the Selects will exit the zone. Selects charge forward, moving into the Royal zone. Play broken up by Shipman. Battle on the inboards, puck left behind. Ruse reaches in, trying to get to it. Puck under the bodies there. Now played to the corner. Sullivan pushed off the play, dumped back forward. That bounced off the referee. Played forward. Sullivan tips the puck to the boards, now dropped to the point. Shot from the point. Misses the net to the far side. Play on the far side boards. Players falling down there. Puck comes free to the Selects. Hammered by Corcoran back to the boards. And then shot up but not out. Now collected by Ruse, who gives it to Corcoran in the middle. Corcoran forward. She overskates, gives the puck to Ruse. Play onside. Ruse moves in, knocked down on the play. And they're going to call a hook on the Selects. And the Royals to get their first power play of the game. Leah to take the draw for the Royals, wins it into the referee, and then the puck is hammered down the ice by the defender. That will go into the corner. Played by O'Brien to Dyke. That bounced off of a player back behind the net. Played to the near side. Pushed forward to Leah. Leah couldn't hold on to the pass. Played by the Selects in their own end. Selects turn, play the puck to the far side. That bounces around Everling. Tipped forward, and Leah will get a hold of the puck at her blue line, moving into her own zone. Leah turning behind her net to the near side. Played up to Hooker. Hooker overskates the puck. It is bounced to the middle. Stolen by Eberling and then dumped into the zone. Played by the Selects goalie behind her net. Hooker racing into the corner. Bumping in the corner. Play still in the zone. And that is the end of the first period. At the end of one, it is 2-0 to the Selects.
Go, Royal! Let's go!
End of the first intermission. Team switching side for the second. The Pittsburgh Selects will be in white moving left to right, and the Royals in black will be moving right to left. There are 41 seconds remaining in the power play for the Royals. to start the second period. Royals will start the second period with Ruse, Martinez, and Barnes as the forwards, with Dyke and Kerwin on defense.
Let's go, Royals!
Tie up off the draw. Puck swept forward by Martinez. It lands on Barnes' stick. Barnes one-on-one into the zone. She cuts wide, drops the puck for Ruse. Ruse moves to the near side, steps around, centers. That goes to Martinez, but she couldn't hold on to it. Puck played to the near side, and then it will come out of the zone. Kerwin chasing it down at center. Played back up the near side to Ruse. Ruse sweeps it into the zone. That is slowed down by the goalie. Played at the bottom of the far circle. Hammered out of the zone and down. Collected by Dyke at center. Dyke shoots it ahead. No icing on the play. Goalie goes back to play it. She slows it down for her defender. Defender collects. Played up the middle, and that misses everybody. Goes all the way down for an icing.
How do you call that run? That's icing!
Played to the near side. Puck dumped back deep. Play passed up. Ruse couldn't hold on to it. Bounced back into the Royal zone. Dyke hammers the puck forward. That is blocked by a body. Collected now by the Selects. They move to the front. That shot goes off the outside of the netting. Played to the near side where Martinez collects. Martinez with some space. She overskates the puck. It gets left behind. And the Selects hold the zone. Played behind the net. Moving to the far side. Kerwin pushes the player into the boards. Kerwin still pushing and shoving back there. Played to the near point. Now across to the far side. Step up shot. Misses the net to the near side. Puck bounces to the half boards. Dumped into the corner. Selects play it towards the front. That's bounced off the outside of the cage. Dyke sweeps the puck into the corner. Pressure now by Ruse. Ruse hammers the puck ahead. Barnes battling for it now on the half board. Stolen by the Selects. Played to the front. Barnes pokes it away. And Kerwin will chase the puck across the zone. Kerwin shovels the puck forward. That's blocked by a skate. She takes a player out. And now rattled off the glass up to the point. And tipped past Martinez. Kerwin battling there. She gets shouldered down. Played to the middle. Dyke collects. And skates out of the zone with Martinez to her right. Dyke into the Select zone on the near side. Holding in the circle, she shovels it forward. That bounces to Martinez. Martinez tries to get to it. It is hammered away from her to the near corner. Played by the Selects there. Lobbed past Boyette. Dyke holds the zone. Now collected by the Selects and moving to the near side. Play broken up by Martinez. Martinez gets her pocket pick, but it bounces to Shipman. Shipman retreats behind her net. Playing to the near side, hammered up. That is held in at the blue line by the Selects. Dumped back deep behind the goal. Shipman scoops it up in the far corner, gets her pocket pick there. Selects turn it back into the corner. Battling there, Shipman plays it up the far side, but intercepted. Played to the middle. That's slowed down by Barnes, but it bounces. Shot misses the net to the near side. Collected by the Selects. Played in front. Now in the far circle. Selects hold there. Shipman pushes the play into the corner. Dropped behind the net. Collected by number 15 for the Selects. That has bounced off the cage to the near point. Held there, shot from the point, blocked down, and that is off of O'Brien's elbow and in. Three-goal game now with 10:46 left in the second period. Selects win the draw, play it into the zone where it is collected by Steckley. Steckley retreats behind her own net, moving to the far side. Her outlet pass blocked by a skate. Bounce back behind where Sullivan collects. Sullivan to the near side. Puck played out the boards, bounced to the middle. Steckley gets in front of the shot, plays it out to Later. Later hammers it ahead. That is behind Tripp, who had to slow down to collect. Tripp into the zone. Played up the near side. Held in the corner, puck drifts behind the net, and the Selects will collect there. Later charging in, stick lift, wins the battle, but the puck drifts over the line to the far side. Hammered forward, Steckley blocks it down, played back out to neutral. That is broken up before it could get to Later. The Selects collect the puck and dump it in. Sullivan will collect in the near corner. She moves up the near side, plays it to the middle. That's hammered out by Later. Puck will drift into the Selects end. Number 4 for the Selects collects in her own end, passes long up the far side, tipped into the zone, but straight to Steckley. Dumped up the near side. That goes to Corcoran coming off the bench. Corcoran plays it forward but gives it away coming over the blue line. Burns blocks down the pass, but it goes to a select stick anyway. Moving into the Royal zone. Play on the near side, tipped in front. That will go wide of the net. Burns charges back to collect in the corner, plays it up to Ruse. That's held in initially. Hammered forward, blocked down by a body. Turned back to the Royals end. That will be dumped cross ice into the near corner. Selects get to it first. Play it up the near side. Corcoran can't get it out of the zone. Now second effort by Ruse gets it out. Dropped by Corcoran to Ruse. Ruse gets pickpocketed from behind and then shouldered down. Charging back into the zone, 3-on-2, developing play to the middle. Tipped on net where O'Brien clears the puck into the corner, and then the net is knocked off of its pegs. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side after the save. Hammered around by Kerwin. This will be collected by the Selects and dropped back to the far point. Held there, played back up the far side to the side of the circle. Moving in, stepping to the middle. Shot is off the outside of the netting, rattled to the near side. Ruse tries to poke it forward. She misses, played back behind the net. Selects collect there. Hammer it back to the near side boards. Played back behind the goal line. Pushed into the corner. Played to the far side, centering feed blocked down. And O'Brien gets on top of it with a whack on her glove as she covered. Draw to O'Brien's stick side. Leah wins the draw to the outside. Recollects off the boards, hammered up to the blue line, but held in. Played to the slot. Shipman shoulders the player down and then goes to recollect on the near side. Hooker collects off the boards, passed up the middle. That is tipped away from Leah, who is trying to get behind the defenders. Leah charges forward. She's not going to get there in time. Puck in the zone. Played up the near side into the Royals end. Puck drifts behind the goal, collected by Dyke. Dyke's outlet pass is tipped, and it hits the netting, and we will get a whistle. That was last touched by the Select, so this draw should have been outside the zone. Puck one to the near side, knocked off of Shipman's stick. Falling down in the middle, Steckley takes out one player. Stuff attempt blocked by O'Brien, and then Hooker comes over to clear the puck out. Play sent across to the far point. Shot from distance, blocked by Steckley. Pushed to the inboards. Leah comes back to help out. Pushing and shoving off the inboards. Collected by the Selects, and we get a whistle with the two players wrestling with each other. And the Royals are going to go on the power play as they only took one there in the altercation. Draw will be to the goalie's stick side to start the power play. It's going to be Ruse, Barnes, Martinez, Sullivan, and Kerwin as the power play unit. Puck rattled hard around. Kerwin races over. She can't quite get there in time. Puck hammered down the ice. Sullivan chasing it back in her own zone. Sullivan plays the puck up the far side. That will bounce to Kerwin. Kerwin chips it forward and out of the zone. She recollects. Kerwin forward into the Select zone. She steps around a defender. Gets the puck behind the net. Barnes will collect in the corner. Barnes centers. That is kicked forward. Martinez couldn't get a stick on it. Bounces to Kerwin. Kerwin shot blocked by the goalie. Play back behind the goal line. Dumped past Martinez to the far side. Hammered back around to the near side. Sullivan charging over. She holds the zone. Puck bounces past Barnes into the corner. Ruse charges over. Puck sent up. That bounced past Barnes. Sullivan can't hold the zone. Puck kicked out. Sullivan reaches out, blocks the puck away. It goes straight to Martinez. Martinez turns to the near side, tips the puck into the zone, chases off the boards. Puck bounces deep. Martinez centers. That's off the outside of the cage. Battle at the blue line. Ruse gets a shot away that is blocked by the goalie. And then the ref blows the whistle. 6:28 left in the second period. 28 seconds left in the power play for the Royals. Boyette, Tripp, later are the forwards. Puck won and then played to the blue line. Held in by Dyke. Puck bounced into the near corner. Scooped up by the Selects. Played to the point. Shipman bounces in front. That was tipped by number 4 in front. Bounced towards the goal and then played away. Hammered out the far side of the ice. Dyke chasing it down in her own zone. Dyke turns back to the far side. Plays it up to Later. Later couldn't hold on to it. Puck bounces to Boyette. Boyette slows it down. Gives it to Later. Later couldn't hold on. Puck stolen by the Selects, and they retreat in their own zone. Power play is over. Puck play to the near side. Shipman will collect at her blue line. Shipman fans on the outlet pass, now bounces the puck to Boyette. Boyette overskates, plays it to the boards. It's pushed past her and kept out of the zone by Shipman. Shipman tips it forward. Later charges over. She blocks the lead pass, gets some help from Boyette. Puck played back into the bodies, now collected by the Selects and played back into their own zone. Played to the near side. That's slowed down by Tripp, but she couldn't hold on to it. Selects step into the Royal zone, moving to the far side, stepping around. One shot, blocked down by O'Brien and then cleared out by Dyke. Puck played to the near side. Held by the Selects, now back into the zone. Pressured by Shipman. Shot blocked by O'Brien and then cleared out of danger. Puck played up the near side boards. Tripp can't get there in time. Puck bounced out to neutral. Bounced to the middle. Dyke will turn it around. That bounced off of Ruse straight to a Selects player. Selects dump it into the Royal zone. Dyke back to collect behind her net. Dyke rattles the puck to the near side. Played up and out of the zone by Ruse. Ruse charging through. She gets to the puck in the corner. Burns in front. Couldn't get a pass to her. Played to the far side. Swept up. Corcoran just couldn't reach the puck. It bounces out of the zone. Steckley will get to it first. She hammers it up. That is collected by Corcoran. Corcoran holds her. Pass was blocked. Now left behind and played into the zone by Ruse. Ruse got tripped. And the Selects are going to go to the penalty box again. Royals back on the power play with 4:24 left in the second. Draw will be to the goalie stick side to start the power play. It will be Ruse, Corcoran, Burns, Steckley, and Sullivan as the forwards, or as the unit. Ruse giving some direction. Draw one back by the Selects. Hammered around the glass to the far side. Sullivan collects there. She passes it forward. That was blocked behind the goal line. Hammered towards the front. That is collected behind the net by the Selects. Selects chip it to the near side boards. Hammered up the near side. And Steckley blocks it down, but it is out of the zone. Played across the ice by Sullivan. Hammered into the zone. Selects chase it down behind their net. Pressured by Ruse. Pushed up the near side. That took a bounce off the boards. Held in by Sullivan. She gets it to Ruse. Ruse in the near side. Drops the puck for Corcoran. Played to the blue line. Held in by Kerwin. Kerwin sends it to Burns in the middle. Burns turns. Her shot is blocked. Bounces into the far circle. Played to the far side. Burns reaches back. Slows things down. Kerwin gives it back to Burns. Burns to the middle. Shoveled into the corner. Ruse collects there. Ruse, that centering feed is off of a skate. Collected by the Selects. Bounced to the blue line. And that is going to get over the line. And then overskated by everybody. Sullivan back into the zone after the tag up. Shot from distance. Scooped up by the goalie, who does not give up a rebound. .28 seconds left in the power play for the Royals. 3:22 left in the second. Leah to take the draw for the Royals with Hooker and Eberling as her wingers. Dyke and Kerwin on defense. Draw one towards the middle. Picked up by the Selects. Dropped by Leah to the point, but that was behind Kerwin. Kerwin drops the puck to Dyke on the near side. Dyke shovels it ahead. Icing not called on that for some reason. Play on the near side. Pushed past Hooker. Picked up off the half boards. Lobbed off the glass, and that will go over Kerwin. Dyke gets to it first. She plays it to the boards. Picked up by the Selects with Kerwin pressuring. Kerwin knocks the puck free, and it goes to Eberling. Eberling's outlet pass partially blocked, but trickles out to neutral. Played back in by the Selects. Pushed into the corner. And that will bounce across. Now collected by Hooker. Hooker bounces the puck up to Leah. Leah out of the zone, pressured. She gets hammered into the boards, plays the puck ahead. Tip to the near side. And now played into the zone. Shot from distance, blockered aside by O'Brien. Play back behind the goal line, picked up by the Selects. Played to the near side, broken up by Eberling. Puck left on the dot. Leah will get the puck out of the zone. Selects race back to it. Playing across neutral to the far side boards. Leah forward to pressure. Puck played to the middle. Now dumped up the far side. Collected by the forward. 2-on-1 into the zone. Dyke pressuring. Pass across. And that was behind Dyke and tipped in on the backdoor play. And it is now a 4-goal game. 2:03 left in the second period. Ruse to take the ensuing draw. One back by the Selects into their own zone. Collected by the defender on the far side. Passed up the middle. That is tipped forward. And now racing ahead. Played into the zone. Not called offside. Pushed into the corner. Played to the side of the netting. And there is a whistle. I don't know what the whistle was, but it is a draw in the zone. Played by the Selects back to the point. Shot from distance off of a leg, goes wide and bounces to the far half boards. Held by the Selects, dumped deep past Ruse. Stackley will collect in the corner. Stackley up the far side, intercepted, bounces back to her. She hammers it forward, but that is intercepted in the corner. Played past Ruse. Played towards the middle. Shot doesn't go on target. Follow-up is under O'Brien's pads, and she hangs on. Boyette wins the draw back to Shipman. Shipman gets run over. And the play is sent up the near side. Held in by the Selects. That is tipped by Stackley. Goes on target, and O'Brien had to make a save. Follow-up sent behind the goal. Pass to the near side. Stuff attempt goes in front. Hammered by Ladder up and now played out by Boyette. Boyette charges forward on the near side with a head of steam. She moves into the zone. Runs into Tripp. And the Royals lose the puck. Played up the near side. And now moving to the middle. Number 4 for the Selects races into the Royal zone, circles at the point, drops the puck across the blue line, now tipped to the circle. Shot from the circle, blocker or sticked aside by O'Brien. Played behind the net, broken up by Boyette, bounced to Sullivan in the corner. Sullivan hammers it forward for Later. Later just backhands it blindly, and it is blocked at the point. Now tipped out, Boyette charges forward. She sends it ahead, moves into the zone, can't get a shot away. Puck left behind and collected by the Selects. Pushed behind the net, Tripp slows things down. Sullivan charges in to hold the play. She knocks the puck back behind the goal. Later, can't get to it in time. It's sent up the near side. Sullivan gets shoved down from behind, but holds the zone. Tripp gets to it, centers. That goes to Boyette. Boyette drops the puck for Sullivan. Sullivan gets her stick lifted, and the puck is kicked out of the zone by the defender. Collected by Sullivan. She gets run into from behind, and now one-on-one into the Royal zone. Stepping around, that goes across the blue paint and into the near corner. And there is a whistle for the end of the period. End of 2, score is 4-0 to the Pittsburgh Selects. Temperature has warmed up to an absolutely blistering 26 for the third period. A little bit of snow still falling outside of the pavilion here. We're getting set for the third. Teams back to their original sides. Selects in white will be moving right to left.
Let's go!
Royals in black will be moving left to right. Royals will start the third period with Ruse, Burns, and Corcoran as the forwards. Dyke and Kerwin on defense. Ruse wins the draw forward, but it's hammered forward by the Selects. Broken up by Kerwin. Kerwin couldn't get to the loose puck. It bounces to Corcoran. Corcoran collects in her own zone, moving behind her net. Corcoran to the near side. Deeks one. Played up the middle. She kicks it to herself. Now racing up the near side with Ruse to her left. Played forward. Ruse gains the zone. Played up the near side. Pushed into the corner. Dropped back. Dyke steps forward to hold the zone. Ruse steps forward, takes a stick to the face for her efforts. Play under the bodies. Now pushed to the side of the circle. Drop back up the near side. And Dyke could not hold the zone. Collision in the middle of the ice away from the play. Puck collected by Kerwin, who plays it up to Corcoran. Corcoran holds. Gives the puck back to Kerwin. Kerwin up the middle. That bounced away from Ruse. Slowed down by the Selects just inside the blue line. Bounced out. Corcoran slows things down. Hammered forward. That will go past everybody and had to be played by the goalie. Shot up the middle. That bounces off a skate. Slowed down by Kerwin. Kerwin plays it to the near side. Hooker couldn't get on the receiving end of the pass. And it is played to the blue line, but not deep into the zone. Dumped down. Icing waved off. Goalie comes out to play. Played behind the net to the far side. Slowed down just over the blue line. Fan on the lead attempt. And now picked up. Selects move to the middle of the ice. Played away from Hooker. Shot into the zone. Sullivan tips it on the way through. She will recollect in the corner. Bounced up. That was a soft bounce off the boards. Leah comes back to pressure. Played in. That was off of a skate to Hooker. Hooker gets her pocket picked. And Steckley will collect off her goal line. Played to the near side. Held out of the point. Lobbed in. And that is in the equipment follow-up. After the save, the puck was left loose, and it is now a 5-goal game with 12:15 left in the third period. Ruse wins the draw to the near side. Martinez gets her pocket picked. Steckley knocks the puck forward, but it's intercepted by the Selects. Skating past her, moved across, shot, tipped back forward, and that does not go on target. Rattled by Steckley to the corner, held in by the Selects. Steckley fans on it, knocked free by Sullivan into the corner, collected by Ruse. Ruse up the near side, across to Barnes. Barnes at center, moving to the far side. Her entry pass is blocked down and now cleared back out by the Selects. Selects into the Royal zone on the near side. Holding in the circle. Drop back to the point. Shot from distance, blocked down by O'Brien. Follow-up goes into the glass. Ruse knocks the player down, hammers the puck forward. That gets past everybody. And the ref has his hand up for icing. And this is coming all the way back to the Royal zone. 11:15 and counting. Draw one to the near side. Hammered forward by Dyke. It will be held in at the point by the Selects. Bouncing puck collected on the goal line, moving behind the net to the far side. Boyette knocks the puck free and hammers the player down. Dyke shoots the puck to the far side. That was out of reach of Tripp. Shot in. That goes wide of the far pipe. Tipped wide by Dyke. Now played to the point, but held in. Follow up. Push past Boyette. Later battling there. Puck comes over the line, and the Selects will collect just inside neutral territory. Played back, now pushed up the middle. That's tipped into the zone. Shipman blocks the puck, bounces it out of the zone. That's out of reach of Tripp. Selects play the puck to the near side. Back into the Royal zone on the near side. Shot just blocked aside at the last second by O'Brien. Played to the front. Tripp will collect, but she overskates. Battling for it. She gets it out of the zone. Boyette gives it back to Tripp. Tripp pushes it forward but loses the handle on it. Played to the near side. Burns steps forward, bumps the player off, and that goes into the bench. And we get a whistle. Draw will be on the near dot just outside of the Royal zone. Draw one through to the far side where they had a player waiting. Stepping in, shot goes wide of the net. Tipped back behind the goal line by Dyke. Her outlet pass is blocked. Dyke back to break play up in the circle. Puck bounces to Ruse. Ruse tips the puck to the point, held in by the Selects. Dumped in the circle. Dyke sweeps it back to the point, and that gets past everybody out of the zone. Puck slows down in the snow. Recollected by the Selects. Bounced up to neutral. Battle by Ruse. She hammers the player into the boards. Sullivan tips it up. That is past Corcoran. Bouncing puck. Swept to the near side. Corcoran charging over. She does not get there in time. Puck hammered into the Royal zone where Dyke will go to collect. Dyke plays the puck to the far side point. Held in there. Dumped back into the corner. Played to the front. Sullivan blocks it back behind the goal line. She pushes the puck into the corner and recollects. Sullivan up the far side. She plays it up to Burns. Burns sips away from one. Gives it to Corcoran on the far side. Corcoran into the zone. She overskates, recollects. Dumps it into the middle. That was too hot to handle for Burns. Played on the near side. Pushed back to the point and out. Played into the zone. Pulled to the side. No call there. Corcoran plays the puck back behind her goal line. Now collected by Ruse. Ruse charges up the near side. Ruse forward. Cuts past one. Moves into the zone. Loses the puck at the blue line. It is played back out to neutral where Steckley will handle. Steckley holds. Plays the puck forward. That is played by Leah. Leah into the zone. She gets some help from Hooker behind her. Puck into the corner, now collected by the Selects. Hooker steals behind the net. Turn around, her shot, or centering feet doesn't get to the front of the net. Selects dump it back to the near side corner. Chased down by Leah. Leah centers, that bounces over one, but it's collected on the far side and lobbed out of the zone at the far point. Shipman collects there, plays the puck to Kerwin. Kerwin runs into a Selects player. Players fall down on the puck, now played forward. Knocked free and collected by Leah. Leah into the zone. Leah moves up the far side, pressured by the Selects player. Puck gets left behind. Pushed up the boards. Kerwin couldn't slow it down, and now hammered out at the point. Barnes chasing it down at her blue line. Barnes across the ice to the near side. Barnes with speed. She loses the puck at the blue line, stolen by the Selects, who turn back to the Royals end. Shoveled ahead. That is off of Shipman. And played to the inboards. Play up the near side. Held in by the Selects. Bounced to the circle. Hammered there. Puck drifts to the middle. Collected shot. Does not have much on it. It was partially blocked, and it goes wide to the far pipe. Play in the corner. Tip back behind the goal line. Pushed up. Leah steals that. She plays it across the ice, but that was behind Hooker, and it stays in the Royal zone. Held there. Hooker couldn't quite find it. Stolen by the Selects. They step to the circle. Shot. Blocked by O'Brien. Play behind the net. Centered to the front. Shot. Off of O'Brien. It is in the slot. And the second effort is in O'Brien's equipment, and she hangs on. 6:40 and counting in the third period. 5-goal differential, so the clock is running for the third period. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side. Draw one to the outside. Selects drop it to the point. Shot in. That is tipped in front. Doesn't make it to the net. Later plays it to the blue line, but held in by number 51. Her shot is blocked by Boyette and bounces to Burns. Burns charges up the near side and now cuts to the middle. Burns into the Select zone. Wide on the side. She drops the puck. Shot by Tripp is blocked in front and then cleared away by the defenders. Play up the middle of the ice. That is out of reach of everybody. It drifts into the Royal zone. Picked up by the Selects in the corner. Moving behind the net to the near side. Pressured by Burns. Play goes to the front. Burns kicks it free and later sweeps it out of the zone. Collected by the Selects at center. Selects turn. Shoot the puck to the far side. Played back to center. Now to the near side and into the zone. 15 turns. Shot blocked down by O'Brien. Played to the circle. Blocked down by Burns. Given to Martinez. It's left behind at the blue line. Now hammered to Boyette in the middle. Boyette sweeps it ahead and can't hold on to the puck crossing the blue line. Sullivan collects at center. Turns to the far side. She dumps the puck deep. Blocked back to the blue line, and that gets past Tripp and all the way down into the Royal zone. And it goes just far enough for an icing. 5:05 and counting. Draw will be to the goalie stick side. Ruse wins the draw back, and that is held at the blue line. Dumped in by Steckley. It bounces to Ruse. Ruse tries to get around the defender. She drops the puck for Corcoran in the corner. Corcoran holds, turns to the circle, loses the puck, regains it, steps in, centers. That is blocked back to the circle. Corcoran fans on the keep attempt. It winds up in the corner. Hammered up. Corcoran slows it down. That is tipped past Martinez and out of the zone. Selects gets shoved off the play by Steckley, and the puck is hammered forward on the near side by Sullivan. Played by the Selects in their own end. Hammered deep by Martinez, who fell down on the play. Puck rattled around to the far side. Corcoran keeps the zone. Steps past the defender. Steps past another one. Puck swept into the corner. Corcoran recollects. Her centering feed does not connect in the front. Sullivan steps forward to hold the zone. Martinez collects at the point. She dumps it deep. That bounces off the inboards to Ruse. Ruse drops it to the near side. That doesn't reach Corcoran. Battle at the bottom of the circle. Corcoran holds it deep. Held in by Sullivan. That will drift to the inboards where Ruse will collect. Ruse behind the net. Stuff attempt doesn't go. Bounce to the middle. Sullivan gets to it. Bouncing puck lands in the slot. Corcoran collects. Moves to the far point. Turns. Gets the puck on her forehand. And it is hammered away and out of the zone. Steckley breaks it up at center. Battle at the point. It stays in the Royals zone. Moving to the middle. Shot blockered aside by O'Brien. Play comes up the middle. Held in. Shot in. That's tipped wide by Steckley. And O'Brien reaches out and freezes the play with 3:22 and counting in the game. Draw will be to O'Brien's glove side. It'll be about 3 minutes exactly remaining by the time they drop this puck. Draw one back by the Royals as the Selects just took their time. Played to the near side. Held by Leah. She gets bumped and the puck is stolen. Played across the blue line. Hammered out by Barnes. Collected by the Selects at center. Played to the far side. Back into the Royal zone on the far side. Hooker pressuring. Puck dropped off. Kerwin breaks the play up. It bounces to the Selects. Centering feed. Moved in front. Hammered towards the net. It goes wide. Played into the corner where Hooker will collect. Hooker moves up the far side. Dumps the puck ahead. Collected by the Selects in their own end. Shoveled forward. Hooker couldn't slow it down. It will bounce out to neutral and be collected by number 82 for the Selects. 82 moves in. Faced by Barnes. Barnes pushes her into the boards. Selects still with the puck. It's left behind. Barnes sweeps it forward for Hooker. Hooker chips it through the defender and out of the zone. She gets slowed down trying to get to the puck, and the Selects will collect at center. Selects dump it back to the far side. Played forward into the Royal zone, pressured by Kerwin. Puck left behind. Picked up, now knocked free. Kerwin will collect. She steps forward with 1:58 remaining. Played to the near side. Pushed into the zone. Burns forward to pressure. She breaks up the play behind the net. Puck winds up in the corner. Burns battling for it there. She wins the puck, knocks it back behind the goal. Played on the near side by the Selects, hammered back around to the far side boards. That will be skated out and passed up the middle. That's going to miss the player and go for an icing with 1:30 remaining in the game. Draw to the goalie's stick side after the icing. Boyette, Tripp, and later as the forwards with Burns and Dyke on defense. Puck played back by the Selects, rattled around to the near side boards, tipped out of the zone. It goes straight to Burns. Burns gets pressured and loses the puck at the blue line. Play in zone. It comes in front, sticked aside by O'Brien. And Dyke accidentally smacked number 91, trying to knock the puck off the netting. She gets off the ice. Draw one back by the Royals. Rattled behind the net by Sullivan. Martinez chips it off the boards, but it can't get out of the zone. Played to the far side. Sullivan hammers it forward. Held by the Selects. Corcoran can't hold on to it, but it's played out to Martinez. Martinez charges forward, one-on-one into the zone. She can't get to it. It is swept to the boards. Ruse holds the zone. Corcoran steps forward. Martinez now charges to the inboards to pressure. Rattled around, 5 seconds remaining. And the puck is played out of the zone. Royals dump it back in, and that is going to do it. Final score of this one is going to be 5-0 to the Selects. We'll get the handshake line. I will not be able to stream the later game this afternoon for the 19Us as there is a scheduling conflict with the 14U team. So we'll get the handshakes here, and then we will see everybody tomorrow depending on scheduling.